Papa, I'm coming back to America soon. Morning sports racers, it's Thursday, May 11th. Grab a tiny fork and put some reading material next to the toilet because knowledge likes tapas. Mama, I'll see you soon and we'll eat slices of orange cheese. Something from the comments? Really? Edward Guglielmino writes, I want to give you a record deal. Plus email me a sop.
Awesome.
At first I was a little suspicious, but then I saw you had a MySpace page, so I know it's for real. Then I saw the name of your company was Television Records. I like how you combine two obsolete pieces of technology. I just know some of my songs will be hits, like How Do You Work This Thing? How do you work this thing? How do you work this thing? I've tried and tried and tried and tried, but how do you work this thing? Maybe you pull this pin, maybe you pull this pin. I've tried and tried and tried and tried, but how do you work this thing? Maybe you plug it in, maybe you plug it in. I've tried and tried and tried and tried, but how do you work this thing? Sela writes, I'm afraid of the giant baby. Me too. How do you spank a giant baby? With a really big ladder? I don't know, maybe. How do you spank a giant baby? How do you spank a giant baby? How do you wash a giant baby? With a really big mop? I don't know, maybe. How do you wash a giant baby? Especially when it poops. Boop. According to CNN, the White House released visitor logs that show that Jack Abramoff was signed into the White House only twice since President Bush took office in 2001. Tom Fitton, the president of Judicial Watch, a conservative legal group, said that the records appeared incomplete. Really? White House aides have previously confirmed that Abramoff attended holiday parties at the White House as well as some staff-level meetings, none of which are included in the records. In an email, Abramoff bragged of meeting the president dozens of times, and President Bush has said, quote, I've never sat down with him and had a discussion with the guy. I've never sat down with him and had a discussion with the guy. I've never had sexual relations with that woman. I've never sat down and had sexual relations with that guy. Terms like the guy and that woman are examples of what psychologists call distancing language. Distancing language is sometimes thought of as an indication of lying. When George Bush Sr. was in office, he recommended his son for presidency, saying, quote, this guy's smart, big, and strong, makes the decisions. This guy's smart, big, and strong. I've never met this guy, smart, big, and strong. That big woman sat down on the strong guy. During an interview yesterday, President Bush said that his younger brother Jeb would be, quote, awfully good as president. George Bush Sr. would like to see Jeb run for president, but has said, quote, the timing's wrong. You think? It's time for Tharcathic Barcelona Thursday. That's where I talk sarcastically about the last comment left yesterday. Zoom Zoom, I'm really psyched that you're the one who left the last comment. Awesome job, it's really clear. Everybody knows what you're referring to. Hillary Clinton would never sacrifice progressive ideals just to further her political career. I think it's awesome she's moving to the center. In darts, the center's a bullseye. Besides, Rupert Murdoch totally understands the young kids. I bet he bought MySpace because he wanted to ensure that people can express themselves freely, regardless of their ideology. I totally meant not to use the last comment. I don't feel stupid at all that I didn't scroll down farther. Yeah, Ramiko, your comment gives me lots more to work with. Now I'm really bummed that I screwed up. Just kidding, you know I love you. And that's all there is for today. This is Zefrank thinking, so you don't have to. I've never sat down with that woman and had discussions about sexual relations.